As Minister responsible for Labour, I was conciliator. I was the one who, at the end, well, through the last months, have been working with both sides to come to an agreement. And coming to an agreement where both sides agree that this is where we want to go is always a good thing. What you never want is a win-lose kind of a situation. So workers need to be able to live, eat, support themselves, support their dependents. Businesses need to earn a profit to be sustainable so that they can continue to employ. Collective bargaining is the bedrock upon which our industrial relations system is built. And I want to give credit for the final outcome to the process of collective bargaining and reaching collective agreements. The collective bargaining, the freedom of association and collective bargaining is a fundamental principle of our system of labor relations. It is a fundamental International Labour Organization standard as well. The right for people to come together and to bargain as a collective. And I think what we have seen in terms of the agreement that we've reached is in recognition of the efficacy, the fact that freedom of association and collective bargaining works. And we encourage people to bargain, to be reasonable in their asks, and that is on both sides, on the sides of workers, on the sides of businesses, to be reasonable, to take into consideration the fact that we're dealing with human beings, and human beings have certain needs to satisfy in order to be productive, and then productive people, productive workers are necessary for businesses to survive and to thrive. So what we saw in the agreement that we reached, and the details probably would have been shared already, but in this agreement, we see what we expect will be gains for workers as well as gains for the business. And I say that because workers will get their pay increase, and businesses we expect to get a committed and even more committed worker, so that the sustainability of the business is ensured and that the business can continue to employ those same workers. So I believe that the social dialogue that we practice, the collective bargaining that we build our industrial relations system on, has been the winner. And I believe that both sides, the workers and their union and the company, will be able to build a relationship of trust, and that the gains will accrue to both sides. And I think that is important for our country. We are a small country. Recent developments in the world tell us that nobody's out there giving us anything. We have, in a lot of respects, to be steering our own canoe. It means that as a small country, we have to band together. So solidarity, all of us recognizing that we are brothers and sisters keeper, that has to be foundational now to all that we do. We are, to some degree, at least economically, small fish in a big pond. But Barbados has demonstrated over the years that it has the capacity to survive, even in a big world, sometimes in a hostile world, but we can only do it together. And so my appeal to all businesses, all trade unions, is let us build on the social dialogue that has been our foundation for a number of years. Let us build on that. Let's talk to each other. Let's build a relationship of trust. Let us be reasonable in our discussions and our negotiations. And once we satisfy those fundamental principles, we will be successful as workers, as human beings, as businesses, and most importantly, as a country.